Okay, here we are back with another video. You know how it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Commander Blank and me are back. Um, we'll have the other guy back
Last guy got back.
from his procedure and everything that he's going through right now. So, yeah, let's talk on today. What NFL free agency
And
update. We can talk about some. I guess we can talk really like discussing the AFC and NFC playoff pictures, I guess. And I have my post free agency rankings, so we'll discuss all that on today's um, in video. Let me include the link to. Okay, I don't even know what I just pushed. There we go. Copy the clipboard. If you guys want to join our stream and talk with us, that'd be nice. We can get someone in here to come up in here. We can talk. So yeah, today we had in this past week we did have a few moves. Maybe 1, 2 shockers. Bruce Arians retirement. Just wow.
Literally, when Tom Brady comes back and he retires, so yeah.
Hey man, Todd Bowles, man, he deserves that job, man. He's gonna get that job. He's gonna, and they're still in great hands. So we'll see how they do this year. I don't know who becomes their defense coordinator, but they'll move. They'll make a move.
It was it's going to be shared between two of their positional coaches. One of them being the linebacker coach Larry Foote, and then the other one I think was their defensive line coach. I want to say so they're going to be sharing defensive coordinator duties.
Okay, yeah. So shocker maybe, but they're still all right. They can still go out and win the NFC. If they stay healthy, they might be the team. Now, people want to mention the Rams pickup of Bobby Wagner. We'll get onto that in a few. I feel like there was another move we had to discuss. Why am I blanking on this? I feel like there was one. There was a move before
Wagner.
Well, look, I can look at that. I have everything on. But it's been a very, very active agency. I can look at that agency. I mean, I don't think I don't know. We can discuss the move now. And
I guess so.
The move that was made today, right? We all saw Bobby Wagner gets 5 years for $65 million. I don't really know.
Here's the thing about that contract. It can be worth up to $65 million.
Yeah.
It's actually a 5-year, $50 million, so it's $10 million per year, so much more palatable. And then incentives that can go up to $65 million for the whole contract if he makes it to the end of the contract. So
yeah,
but yeah,
I think it's a good payday. We'll see if he can live up to that contract. He's 31. He's gonna be 36 by the end of this contract, and he's already showed he has low regression. So we'll see how he plays moving forward.
Also, a thing to keep in mind: the Rams do have pieces around him that will take more pressure off of him because they still have Aaron Donald, they'll still have Jalen Ramsey, and they still have quite a few talented pieces around him. So he won't have to do as much here. So it's possible that he could have a bit of a rebound, if only because he isn't the main guy on the defense this time around.
Yeah.
So he's going to be one of the pieces. I
do think being the main guy on that defense kind of hurt him a little because, like I said, I think as you age, you definitely need other stars to help keep you going. And, he definitely showed regression, but he doesn't, he's not going to be asked to do everything like usual. So we'll see how that goes. That was another move, I guess. Patrick Pearson's going back to the Vikings on a 1-year deal.
Patrick, that's right. There was shocking interest in him. There were quite a few teams that were talking with him as well, but he ultimately ended up deciding to return to the Vikings for 1 more year. So yeah.
I mean, and I'll be honest, I don't know, man. Do you think Joseph Noteboom from the Los Angeles Rams can take on the next era of playing in as Whitworth had retired. Do you think that was a great move to pay him the 3 years, $40 million? That's $13.3 million a year on a guy that played 10 games only.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he only played 142 pass snaps, so we'll see if he can produce. Because you had Andrew Whitworth, who produced an 89.8 pass block grade at the age of 40. He still produced.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I think the Denver Broncos kind of overpaid for Randy Gregory. 5 years, $70 million, $14 million a year. That's top end money, but we'll see if he can produce it.
Here's the thing: his talent is not really what's in question. It's really his ability to actually keep playing, which, well, health kind of, and also potential suspensions as well, because he kind of has a bit of a checkered off the field record. So
yeah,
there's that issue too.
The Chiefs' only move of real free agency was Justin Reed and Juju.
Yep. Oh, and Valdez-Scantling from the Packers, I guess, if you want to call it that, but yeah,
sure. I mean,
not a whole lot of.
Like this guy, like last year, he was bad. I'm looking at his PFF grades, and they're pretty accurate. His PFF defensive grade coverage play, like 45. He was 45 coverage grade. Not good. His tackling, he missed a lot of tackles this past year. So we'll see if he can. Because if you think about it now, he's going to be really asked to be the main guy in that secondary again. So I think the Chiefs this offseason regressed. I think they have a chance to be the worst team in the AFC West. Maybe. Again, we'll see. His only thing that he produced well in was man coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad Penny got paid. Evan Ingram, man, got paid $9 million, $8.5 million guaranteed, pretty much. I'm just looking over free agency. I don't know, not too many like. I mean, we can discuss my post free agency rankings as of right now.
Should we start off with free agent grades for each team, and then do free agency rankings?
Yeah,
or
we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what team you want to start off with for grading?
All right. So let's start in the AFC. Let's just start with the AFC East, and then I figure we can go from teams who did best to teams who did worst, division by division. So I guess we'll start with the Buffalo Bills to start.
So they added Von Miller. They lost Cole Beasley.
Yep.
They lost Emmanuel Sanders, who was their 2 and 3 options this year, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then they gained Von Miller. They lost their cornerback too, Levi Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they added much.
They got Roger Saffold for their offensive line.
Oh yeah, they did. They got an offensive line, but they also released. Didn't they? Yeah, they also released Daryl Williams.
They also got Jamison Crowder, and then I believe Duke Johnson for running back and wide receiver. So yeah, so kind of.
I'll give him by B. I get it. Von Miller, great edge rusher, but we'll see how it produces as an edge one. They lost Daryl Williams along the O-line, so I guess the gain of Roger Saffold was a pretty good signing. To lose their cornerback too is pretty bad. I don't think they really replaced that, but we'll see. I think Tre'Davious White with those 2 safeties is still elite.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I think they hit it by B, maybe B minus free agency. It wasn't great. They did lose a bunch of pieces that did kind of help them in their championship run, so we'll see.
But yeah, by the same token, they really didn't have to do a whole lot in free agency either. So
I mean,
yeah.
if Tre'Davious White can stay healthy, now the only thing you have to worry about is if he does get injured again, who replaces him on the field? Levi Wallace produced. He did produce as a cornerback one last year, so we'll see.
Yeah.
The
New England
Miami
Patriots.
Dolphins- Oh,
wait, yeah, New England Patriots and then Miami Dolphins.
okay. So my New England.
Well, that should be easy. Didn't really do anything.
They didn't. And then they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm gonna say inconclusive grade because they haven't really done anything. So
they brought back guys and they lost some guys. They lost J.C. Jackson. I think that single-handedly hurt them. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, well, let's see. So yeah, obviously losing J.C. Jackson hurts. You know that. I mean, just having that loss of J.C. Jackson, I feel like that probably actually should warrant them a grade, and at least in the D range.
I'm gonna give him about a C minus, maybe C. Wasn't impressive. They didn't really get a corner one.
Yeah, that's why I'll probably put him at a D right now because because losing J.C. Jackson, not properly replacing him hurts, and then hardly doing anything. Just
they didn't replace him.
So for now, it's a D for me.
What the fuck is this bitch want? Okay.
All right, Miami Dolphins are next, and they had Miami. So they had a very productive offseason. Let me see. Trading for Tyreek Hill, getting Teron Armstead, getting they got a guard. Who was it? Jeez, I already forgot who the guard was, but yeah. But then franchise tag Mike Gesicki. Oh yeah, Connor Williams, that was the guard they got, and then Cedric Wilson also from the Cowboys. So very eventful offseason so far.
Wait a minute.
Pieces that could absolutely help.
Wait a minute, let's see. I think we got something. There we go. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
See you too.
Yeah, okay. Currently, we just briefly went over the Bills and the Patriots and gave them grades as we saw fit, and we're currently talking about the Dolphins. So if you want to add your 2 cents to the Bills and Patriots, you can definitely do that. Or if you want to just stick with the Dolphins, totally up to you.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. I thought you were talking about
So let's see. For the Dolphins,
Dolphins have a offense, not a great defense, but we'll see what Tua can do in year 3.
Absolutely.
He's got some weapons. He has to produce. Tyreek Hill.
He's got better protection too.
He got the bag. He don't care about winning. He gives up. I'll give the Dolphins a B plus, maybe. I don't even know. I'm trying to think outside of it's gonna say. Here's the thing. I don't know what Tyreek Hill does with a quarterback who cannot throw the ball 40 plus yards when he's probably gonna be required to do that. So we'll see.
I guess we will have to see.
It's going to be really interesting year. There are Dolphin fans who believe they're going to win that division, and I just don't see it. I don't.
Yeah, Bills are still the top of the division until otherwise noted.
Oh man,
maybe top of the AFC.
Maybe of the AFC too. Yeah.
Maybe. I might think. I don't know. Cincinnati and them are pretty close.
That's true.
Oh, man.
And then the Jets, I guess. round out the AFC East.
I don't know what they've
So
done. I can't even like.
okay, so Laken Tomlinson, CJ. Ooh, I can't remember. I can't pronounce
Uzama,
that.
yeah,
last
Uzama.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had a fairly quiet offseason for the most part. I think they're gonna
Never mind. They had a D tackle. I think right. They had a D tackle and a linebacker, right? Or is that a different team?
I can't remember.
I got it. Fuck.
Wait a minute. No, I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
I don't think it was. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Might be
I think.
Oh, it might have been the Jags.
Okay, we'll get there. We will get there. But
Oh no, I'm just thinking right now. The Jets free.
yeah. Other than Laken Tomlinson and CJ Uzoma, I cannot tell you who they got all in all.
Didn't they add Sheldon Rankins or was he already on the team? Oh, they added DJ Reed.
Oh yeah, DJ Reed. That was the other one, and Jordan Whitehead or whatever his name was from the Buccaneers, I believe.
Yeah, they added some guys.
So
Lost Marcus May
okay.
to the Saints. Yeah.
But I don't think Marcus May was stay, so I think they made a wise decision to find some replacement who's also younger. So, I don't know. How could we grade
C? Maybe B minus.
C plus? I'll give him a C plus.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll give him a C
They're not
plus.
doing-
just 'cause I-
They're not doing anything this year, so it don't matter.
All right, AFC North is next, and I guess we can go with the Bengals to start off.
They add an old line finally, so that's all that mattered.
Yeah,
My
that's all they really
why do I
need.
hear Sports Sauce echoing every time he talks?
I don't know.
I have no idea either.
It's not my end. I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry.
It was there before you got here, so I don't know. It's something we've had for the past two shows, so we just kind of work with it, whatever. North Bengals, they had the line they needed. They got like three guys. They got Alex Cappa, Ted Cross, who's going to start.
And Lyle Collins.
Mm-hmm.
They had a really, and I know it's only three pickups on the line, but God, that's a huge difference from what they have to deal with. You know what? They might come. They have a real good chance to come out of the AFC with that team now.
Yeah,
I need to see him do it again.
Well, they're going to win the AFC North. So.
They definitely have the best chance to do it. That's probably painful for you for being a Browns fan. It looks like.
Oh, Deshaun Watson's about to dominate the division.
That's right. We'll get there. Don't you worry.
He might not even play the full year. I keep telling people that, man. There's a chance.
Bro, when you talk about the Browns, I might leave.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
No, we haven't talked about the Browns yet. Like we're going from top to bottom, so Browns are still.
I don't even know. How we just said. Peace.
But yeah, Bengals. With that, I think at least a B plus. No way, way it can be lower than that. They addressed what they needed to address and didn't have any major losses.
But they replaced him.
And they did get Hayden Hurst to replace him, and I feel that's a fair trade-off.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. All right. Steelers. Mitch Trubisky.
Fourth place.
Yeah, probably.
What? I don't know. They're gonna
draft
fourth.
someone. Probably.
They're finishing fourth.
They're probably draft. Yeah.
What do you mean they're drafting someone?
I'm pretty sure the Steelers are going to draft a quarterback because I don't think they should be comfortable with Trubisky.
They're paying Trubisky, bro. They're paying him starting caliber money, and the Browns are not winning that division. I don't know, man. You guys can keep hyping
bringing that up.
What?
You keep bringing that up.
He mentioned it, Miguel, in the comments. He said he's going to win that division. The Browns are
the comments.
There's a comment that says that the Browns will win that division.
Oh, I didn't see it. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
All right, it's all good.
But yeah,
But yes.
We'll discuss.
I do
him.
agree with the one thing. Deshaun Watson could dominate the division.
He could, but I mean,
He could.
From what I know, the Bengals are probably going to address that other cornerback position either in the draft or in free agency. Anything better than
Absolutely.
Eli Apple can upgrade. So,
Yeah.
um,
And then Steelers
so I
also
don't
got.
see. Okay, so
Penny.
what I'm going to say about the Steelers is there's no reason that they go draft a quarterback to go pay him big money to go sit on the bench because they just paid like Mitchell Trubisky like $10 million. There's no reason to pay two different quarterbacks $10+ million. So
Go get you some offensive line.
what?
Go get some offensive line. We know how bad.
They need O-line. They need O-line. There's no reason to go draft a quarterback when there's a ton of O-line like talent out there. Go draft an O-lineman and help build help do something. Because Najee Harris is going to get his ass beaten up like Saquon did because he has no O-line.
They're also interested in Ritter too, so it's possible they address it in the second round. So
they do that later in the draft when they don't have to pay him $10 million or something. Maybe sure, right? But Mitchell Trubisky's contract is big enough to say that he's the starting quarterback for at least maybe 1 to 2 years, guys. On to the what team are we doing now?
We're doing the Browns.
Browns,
because they finished ahead of the Ravens, I think, actually.
No. Wait, I don't
Or
even know. I don't know how the AFC North finished up. I don't know. Sure, let's start with the Browns. They added Deshaun.
Okay, I'll go. Got Deshaun.
Yeah.
Got Amari Cooper. Got Chase Winovich. Also signed Jacoby Brissett in case of a suspension. My thoughts are I think the Browns should be in the playoffs. I think they'll be around the 6 through 3 seed. I think they could have it could be sort of a make or break year for the Browns.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really going to depend on how Deshaun Watson plays or how long he will be able to play. And then for now, I think they still have Baker Mayfield. He could still be traded before the season, but they also could decide to keep him until the trade deadline in case Watson is suspended for any period of time. So there's that.
There's no way Baker Mayfield's playing the Browns again, though.
Also possibility. Also possibility. So Browns, let's see. To give them a grade, I don't know. It's probably entirely going to hinge on how Deshaun Watson does and if he's able to start the season. So B-, maybe B-, somewhere around there probably would be where I'd grade the Browns.
I'm going to give them a B+ because they were able to win the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. That was not an easy one to win.
Yeah. Especially since they were initially out of the sweepstakes and then all of a sudden they ended up winning. So yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, ended up being.
And now the Ravens. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying it ended up being fake news.
Okay. Yeah. So Ravens were I think they were the ones that ended up finishing last. So I guess Ravens, we can talk about them and
if they can stay healthy, they're a definite threat to go win that division. They definitely can. I mean, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
They probably got one of the better defenses in that division, but we'll have to see how the defense produces.
So yeah, I think it's just really.
I'll be honest though, who really wants Baker? The Browns are gonna have to settle with Baker. They're gonna have to take a 4th round pick, maybe even less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He had an okay 2020 season, 26 touchdowns. I think he threw for about 3,400 yards or something like that. He can be good if he's healthy. Maybe I don't know. This sounds crazy, but maybe Tampa takes a chance on him, and then when Brady retires, he can take over.
Yeah, there's that. But Also, the Browns have no leverage because they traded for Deshaun Watson. They have
They really it's gonna be like they'll take a third or fourth. As far as I know, the Seahawks are like one of the only teams interested. Panthers want nothing to do with him. Bucks, they're fine. They'll figure that shit out. I don't see the Ravens winning that division, but they can finish second or third in that division.
Yeah. Because I think the Steelers are probably going to be last in the division, most likely.
7-10, maybe 8-9 if they're lucky.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. AFC South, we'll start with the Titans.
They had a good offseason. Really good.
Yeah. We're able to replace Julio Jones with Robert Woods. Although Robert Woods is coming off an injury himself, so
injuries don't matter nowadays. It's like, bro, people come back from injuries better. I don't know what it is, but they do. It's just the way the world works now. You come back from injuries. Austin Hooper is a good pickup, so their offense will be fine. Their offense might be better than it was last year if they can keep Derrick Henry healthy for the 17 games. But again, they're gonna win that division. It's not even a debate.
Yeah, I think the Titans had a good offseason. Got Robert Woods. Looking forward to see how he can come back. Austin Hooper, and I look forward to the Titans having an amazing regular season and going home.
Yeah,
it's a very good
that's kind of how I see it.
I have said the same thing for like the past 2 or 3 years. They're not winning anything with Tannehill.
I don't know what it is with Colt fans, but like they really think they're going to go win that division with Matt Ryan. It's not.
I don't want to rule them out, but I don't think so.
They didn't add anyone else. If we want to discuss this now, what the hell did they do this for you? They didn't do anything. They added Matt Ryan.
They added Yannick from the Raiders, and they added Matt Ryan.
And they traded
Carson Wentz. That trade for the Raiders was a W. I mean, there's some people who think that was a bad trade, but that was a great trade for the Raiders. They got a great man-to-man corner, and he was rated 5th in the league. So, of course, he's got all the talent in the world to produce in this system. So, but we'll discuss that more later. The Colts really added, and Jim Irsay, I don't get it. You're calling out a franchise you literally cannot beat. You have a losing record against them. And you set up Carson Wentz to fail. You set him up to fail. You didn't give him weapons to go succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when Jim Irsay called him out, I really thought more like the team should have called you out for being you didn't set up that team to go win. And they lost against Jacksonville, but that's a team you have struggled to beat for 15 years.
Imagine.
My point is, if you're going to call out a franchise, make it a franchise you can actually compete with and not get smoked by twice a year. You beat them maybe once every other year, and then outside of that, you get smoked by this team. But this team is so sorry, but yet they know how to beat you. So what's that say about you?
Mm-hmm.
I think he also mentioned how he called out Carson Wentz in that tweet. I don't get it. What was the point in you tweeting out about the Jacksonville Jaguars if you guys have been worse than them? So whatever, right? They're not going to do shit this year. They still got they didn't do anything. Their free agency, if we want to discuss it, it's probably a C+, maybe B-.
Yeah, I'd probably say right around there too. Maybe C. But
I'll give the Titans by a B+, maybe B. They probably improved offensively, so
yeah. I'd say I'll give them a solid.
Jaguars. If we want to talk Jaguars next, or
we'll go Jaguars.
Do you want to talk about the Texans or Jaguars next? Either one works.
I don't care. You want to discuss the Jaguars? I don't care how many people you added. You overpaid for most of them. You overpaid. I don't know what else to tell you. This was a terrible free agency, and you're not the winners of free agency. There are some Jags fans that actually believe that shit. I don't know what drug you guys been taking, but give some, bro. Because your free agency has probably been about a C to C-. Christian Kirk is a slot receiver. You play slot receiver, and you paid him $21 million.
It's a lot of money.
You paid a receiver who had a career year at 564 yards, $10 million.
Wide receiver 2 money.
And then what did they do? They added some O-linemen.
Lineman. They Brandon Sheriff. They added Brandon Sheriff. I know that because
Okay, sure, you get A minus, B plus sign. You'll get him for 8 games, and then the rest of the season he'll be a gimp.
That's the thing. He can't stay healthy, so
he'll be a gimp for about 10 games or so, and you get screwed over in that. If you want to consider an A minus sign, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's not my team. I don't care. Defensively, they added. I don't even. You know what? I'm not even trying to pronounce this fucker's name. Terrence, congrats. You named this guy like the alphabet. Let me go look up his name. This is terrible.
They also
What is it?
Evan
Come on,
Ingram.
Jags? Yeah. Full. Fatusi, or whatever the fuck your name is. I don't give a fuck, right? No tackle money. What'd they pay him? Like 10 million? 8 million?
15 mil. The
Worse than
linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years, 45 mil. Yeah,
Are we
15 mil per
noticing
year.
a theme with this? Like, overpayment, overpay. Like, I'm not even discuss the rest of this free agency. Like, it was a maybe C plus, maybe.
You know what? That's a D-range win.
It might be too nice. It might be too nice.
I think you're being way too nice.
We'll go C minus. D plus.
Yeah, I'm putting him in the D range. That's maybe me being generous.
I'm gonna go with the D range. I mean, nothing. There's like some things I was impressed with. Like, wow, that was unbelievable.
I was on a live one time, and there was a Jags fan who said they had a better offseason than the Raiders. I was like,
just in the stream or something.
I wish I did. I talked to him. I was like, what do you think was a great move? He goes, the wide receiver, not Zay Jones.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, Christian Kirk. That's who they paid.
Christian Kirk.
He said Christian Kirk was going to put up 1,400 yards this year.
He's never even gotten 1,000 yards. That's wow. Yeah,
and he's wait a minute. What's your opinion about? Okay, never mind. So the Texans, what did they add this offseason?
They traded Deshaun Watson. That's about it.
So yeah,
they added a D end. They did add one D end, and that's Bonia Okoronkwo, right? Or was you right there?
I don't know
because it looks like they picked him up, but I can't tell. I'm not even gonna say too much. Whatever, right? They had about a.
I would like to see them move Brandon Cooks maybe to a contender, get some more picks.
You know what? I'll take Brandon Cooks on the Raiders for like a 3rd rounder. I don't even care. Who cares about picks? You don't need picks. The Rams proved it.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Texans didn't really do a whole lot. Everything I think is going to hinge on what they do in the draft, and then if they move Brandon Cooks, yeah, I'll give him a C plus.
I really think like them building around Davis Mills was a good move to do. He's 21 right now. He's a pretty good quarterback. I think he was the best quarterback this past year. You can disagree, right? You can try and say Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a system quarterback. I'm telling you right now, any quarterback in this draft class, they could have worked well with Bill Belichick. So, but no, I think Davis Mills for what he had to work with. Holy shit! I think he did well. They have 3 and 15 right now, right? In the draft in first round.
3 and 13.
Oh wait, 3 and 13. Yeah. But I think that there wasn't too much to talk about there. You want to go to the AFC West?
AFC West, yeah, that's where we're gonna have much of our action because that was up to an extreme.
That was where the free
So-
agency began. It was where the free agency is going to end. Let's talk about the Chiefs here. They traded Tyreek Hill away for like a haul. Great haul and all. That was, and you know what? You made the Devontae Adams contract look nice. Holy shit! He's only made his contract that he got single-handedly messed up the Chiefs. Like, because he said he wanted more money than Devontae, and they weren't going to pay him that because they're already paying a quarterback $40+ million. So, but the Chiefs move. They moved Tyreek Hill, and they replaced him with Juju and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Not a good way to replace him, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
They added Justin Reed, who was horrific last year. Oh, bye.
I already forgot to mention that. I
What?
completely forgot about that till now.
Yeah, no, I looked at Justin Reed, like, dude, I watched some of that shit. He looked horrible last year. So if he doesn't get up, if he doesn't have a comeback year or something, the Chiefs is fucked. Like they have the worst. I think we can all agree on this. The Chiefs have the worst defense in that division, undoubtedly.
Yep. No doubt.
Like they've never been known to have a good defense, but like this is like beyond what they've had. Like this is terrible. Like outside Chris Jones, you're gonna have to rely on your safety to do what Tyrann Mathieu did, and I don't think Justin Reed's ready for that responsibility. Well, we'll see.
But, yeah,
Well, Chiefs have
Chiefs
2 first-round picks now, so they might need to use it
granted,
wisely.
they're at the end of the first round.
Might need to be some good picks, or else the Chiefs. I can't believe I'm saying this. Chiefs we could be talking Chiefs 3rd in the AFC West.
And possibly 4th. I could see them
Greater
going
than
4th.
We'll see. We will see. But I think the whole AFC West is going to be like it's going to be a dogfight. And I mean, there's some actual people who said the Raiders are going to finish 4th. I'm like, dude,
They could finish 4th. They could finish 1st.
it's going to be. I don't know, man. I'm not a firm believer in the Chargers. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, we can discuss the Raiders now if you want, or we can move to the Chargers. Finish 3rd.
Let's do Raiders because they finished 2nd. So yeah, we'll do the
Yeah.
Raiders, and I'll let you go first because that's your team. Go.
I mean, I called it out on, I think it was Monday, right? The Monday of that week, I got the report sent to me that a friend or a family member of Devontae Adams had reportedly came out to say that Devontae Adams told him, "Mark me as a Raider. It's going to happen." And it happened by the end of the week. It happened Thursday night, I think, or maybe Wednesday night, whatever, right? It was a good move. I liked it. Only trading a 1st and 2nd is not that big of a deal, but this team we'll figure that out. We're still good. We actually tend to draft better in the later rounds.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders are fine. Like, I mean, some people are overreacting. Like, they're like, "Oh, you traded 1st and 2nd for a receiver," but yeah, the best receiver in football. He's the best.
Yeah.
I think him and Carr might even put up like 1,500 yards in season number 1 together. So we'll see.
Yeah, and they do have that history together too, so that'll absolutely help them.
It's not even just the history. Like they work. Like Devontae actually came out to admit, like him and Carr work out every single offseason together. Like they work and they throw and they work out together every offseason. So we'll see.
Yeah.
The Chandler Jones was another really nice pickup. I liked it. Great edge too, next to Max Crosby. I think that's probably the best edge duo in the league. We'll see.
We'll see.
It's better than it was. Better than what I think it's gonna be better than what Max and Yannick was. Just saying.
Yeah, that's a scary thought because that was actually pretty good.
That was
and
really
then-
good.
Yeah.
The Rocky Sin trade was it was a good trade. I know people are like, okay, you traded one player that was really good for you for another corner that like is kind of young. He's only 24 or whatever, right? Don't matter. He's young, but he's talented. He is really good. He was the 5th highest ranked corner in the league last year, and I think he's going to produce in our system. That's our corner number 1 walking into next year, unless we sign Gilmore, or I mean, I can even see Tyrann Mathieu becoming a Raider. So we'll see.
It's possible.
People want to mention how we don't have money. Well, we can easily go free up $15 million just by extending Derek Carr, and then we get $20 million in June. So I think that's kind of we'll see.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders have had
at least one of the best off seasons so far.
it looks like the Raiders have talked to the Honey Badger. Looks like it'll take a little more time, but we'll see.
Okay, so a development.
I think the Raiders off season, if we're gonna rank it, it's been about an A-.
They still need to address the line. That's the only thing I have to say.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna stick with the linemen that we have because it's the people that the Raiders have brought in are pretty better. They're pretty much better in the development part, so we'll see.
I'll give B+.
Okay, that's fair enough.
What?
I definitely think it couldn't be any lower than that.
I'll give him B+ so far because the free agency isn't over yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Raiders get Tyrann Mathieu, that's an A. Like,
A.
And if they also get Stephon Gilmore, then yeah.
we could. I mean, it's not all the realm of possibility because if we wait till June 2nd, by then we'll have $42 million. Again, like, that's the weird part about this. Like, they're not done.
Yeah. They can still stock up. Yeah.
Eric, are you okay? You're over here like, dude, oh no, that's
Oh no. No. I'm just rubbing my eyes. I'm like tired, but yeah.
Well,
Same time, yeah.
We're
not even done with the division either. All right, so yeah. So let's see. We already got the Raiders covered, so I guess Chargers since they were
Chargers.
I get it. Yeah, J.C. Jackson, but he's like what, fourth, fifth best corner in the league. We'll see. He's never really had to, I don't think he's gonna face. I don't think he realizes he's gonna have to go up against. Well, we're up to see now. He's gonna probably face what, Juju now or yeah.
Probably Juju.
Jerry Jeudy and Devontae Adams. He's not shutting down Devontae Adams like some Chargers fans think. Like he's not. He's never. I don't think he's ever faced him. Has he ever faced him though? No. I don't know. Maybe yes. I don't remember a time that JC and him have gone at it, but we'll see.
Yeah, but yeah.
And
then Khalil Mack as well. No, they also got Khalil Mack.
That was a C, maybe. He's not the same guy. I'm not even scared of him. We'll see how he does this year.
But yeah, I think the Chargers did well enough, but yeah, I think they're gonna be behind the Raiders and probably the Broncos as well.
I have them as like their offseason is like a B-, C.
No,
I think Chargers are gonna be pretty good next year.
I mean, they're not gonna win the division. I just don't see that. Please.
Yeah, I mean, I think they still could be good, but I don't know if they'll be better than the Raiders or the Broncos.
I mean, compared to what that division did, they have a chance to go like 9-8 and finish fourth in that division. They do.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Broncos, who made probably the biggest trade with Russell Wilson. Literally just with Russell Wilson, they finally have a franchise quarterback.
Now it's going to be dependent on how the receivers and tight end play and everything. Like they have a lot of unproven guys in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
About every single player.
But yeah, about every single player. But I think. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, no, I think like Jerry Jeudy is not. I mean, he can be good, but like he hasn't done anything yet. So we'll see how he does.
Still has a drop problem too, so there's that. Cortland Sutton, if he can stay healthy, he'll be fine. They don't have Noah Fant anymore because they included him in the trade.
They have Albert. Unproven. So
yeah.
I don't know. They're not. Their offense isn't going to be like what people think. Like they're not. I don't think they're gonna have the best offense in that division. I think that was like the second or third best offense. Like they probably have the third best offense in that division.
But yeah, but yeah, I think having Russell Wilson definitely will help him out though.
No excuse.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so
All
right,
quarterback. I got one.
yeah.
I mean,
Alrighty,
I don't
so
know, like, their defense, they added Randy Gregory.
DJ Jones, I think, too.
Oh yeah, they added 2 guys. Okay. Oh yeah, wait, never mind. They also added Colin Williams.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, it all hinges on how Wilson does, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, boys, I think I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Glad to have you. All right, so yeah, so that's the AFC. NFC's time, and then NFC East, I guess.
So NFC.
Let's do the rankings of the AFC. Well, we can do the AFC rankings, and then we can do the NFC grades and rankings after that. So yeah, okay, go ahead.
So I have post free agency. I said Buffalo, Cincinnati are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders and Titans are like 3 and 4 in the AFC to me right now. Like roster wise, like from this conference. I have the Ravens up there. Jeez, my phone. I have Chargers up there at 5 and 6 with the Ravens, and then the Browns and Chiefs and Colts. So it's like 6. That's what 6, 7, and 8 so far. But like, I don't know, man. We'll see. Like the Raiders roster, if this roster produces well, and Devontae and Carr get that going, like who's really gonna stop that offense? Like with Devontae, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake with Derek Carr.
Definitely gonna be a tough stop for them. All right, so NFC time, I guess, or
NFC. What division first?
All right. So NFC East, and I guess since they won the division, let's start with the Cowboys. Okay, so they trade away Amari Cooper. They almost had Randy Gregory resign until they added a bunch of contract tie-ins, and he decided to leave to Denver. Got raided by the Dolphins when they lost Connor Williams and Cedric Wilson, and then La'el Collins left to the Bengals. Yeah, this is a team that got weaker in the offseason. And
Probably still gonna win the division.
Well, here's the thing: no one's won back-to-back in the NFC East, and I don't think I don't know. I really not sure the Cowboys are going to win the division. I mean, it's not just insurance, but we shall see. Their draft will ultimately determine that. But I don't know who's going to win the division because I don't think really anyone got better in the division. But I think the Cowboys were the most hard hit by the offseason so far. So there's that. But yeah, and didn't really sign anyone except for James Washington and Dante Fowler. And James Washington, let's see, he's maybe their wide receiver 3, maybe because they have Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb. But yeah, just I don't know. Like, I mean, they could still win the division. Yes, I guess there's that, but I don't think it's as easy as, the Cowboys are definitely going to win this because they did lose quite a bit. But yeah. So, any, C to D range is what I'd give their offseason. Like, there's no way.
It's been a pretty bad offseason. It's been an L for agency. And, I'm sorry, but, there's some people who actually believe, what Oh shit. Okay, sorry about that. Like I don't know, man. They're gonna have to rely on CeeDee Lamb to even play better than he's ever played. So, and their wide receiver too is James Washington.
Gallup.
Well, Michael Gallup's
I'd
injured
probably
until week
argue
5 or 6.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's bad. Like I don't know who wins that division. I think it's a competitive division, but like I don't mean that in a good way. Like I don't know who really is
Like
the
someone
best
has
team
to
in
win
that
it.
division.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a someone.
And I
has
know
to
some
win it
people
division.
say like they're not scared of the Eagles, but if they hit on those 3 draft picks, you're gonna have to be scared of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking they would probably be the favorites if they nail their first round picks and the draft in general. But yeah,
If
Cowboys
they
didn't
can
really.
If the Eagles get an actual good receiver on the outside, and they can utilize Devontae Smith as a slot receiver, like
Yeah.
I don't know who would be their first round pick.
Well,
Maybe Traylon
they
Burks.
have 3 of them, so we'll see. Maybe
We'll see. But
have no idea.
outside Dallas, I'm gonna give it like a C minus. It's been an L for agency, like.
Yeah. They.
But yeah.
They got worse. And then let's see. The Eagles, I guess they got second. Oh, you got something?
No, I was thinking about that. I was looking at my post-free agency rankings for the AFC and NFC combined, and I was like, I didn't include Dallas in my top 16 at first, but I was like, oh yeah, I have them at the bottom. Oops. Anyways, the Eagles had a very surprising year for what they had, but they're going to get better. They added Hassan Reddick, which was a good move, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's very clear they're highly dependent on the draft because they have all those draft picks. So I'll give them an inconclusive because I think everyone knew that they were gonna be focused more on the draft than free agency. But they were able to get Hassan Reddick, which was a good signing.
Sorry, oops.
That's all good. And now we'll get to my team, the Washington Commanders. So mind if I start off here?
Yeah, do it.
All right. So we were rumored to be in the Russell Wilson sweepstakes, and he did not want to come here. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think we were really serious about getting him, but he would end up signing with the Packers anyway, so it didn't matter. Deshaun Watson probably wouldn't have wanted to come here, and I'm pretty sure he said multiple times he wouldn't want to come here, so there's that. And then Jimmy G didn't want to come here, but I honestly didn't want him to come here either, so fair enough. Yeah. So what do we end up being left with? Carson Wentz. Well, a positive, he'll at least finally have a wide receiver 1 to throw to in Terry McLaurin, but the rest of the offseason, aside from Carson Wentz, we got Andrew Norwell at left guard, and he may have regressed with the Jaguars, but let's be real, that was with the Jaguars. I can't imagine anyone really doing their best work with the Jaguars, considering what they were going through over the past couple of years. And I know Norwell is 31, but he's also a guard, so they can play into their mid-30s, and he's playing under John Matsko, who should be a vast improvement over whoever was coaching the O-line in Jacksonville. And then the only other signing we did was a depth player that was familiar with Ron, F.A. Obata, I believe is his name. And then a bunch of re-signings, including J.D. McKissick, Bobby McCain, whatnot, what have you. So, yeah, we've had a quiet off season. We really didn't do a whole lot aside from trading for Carson Wentz, and that's had a lot more hatred than love. I've kind of been in the middle because we had to do something at quarterback, but at the same time, yeah, just whatever. But yeah, I don't even know what to grade my team for the offseason. It can't be any higher than C. That's all I know. And let's hear your thoughts on my team. Let's get outsider's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. You guys were third place this past year, and instead of keeping Tim Settle, you let him go.
And then we get rid of Matt Edmonds.
You have no D tackle depth. What the hell?
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at
and I
it.
really thought you guys were going to add a wide receiver too to play on the outside.
Pretty sure that's going to be a draft problem. I'm absolutely certain because they've been looking at Ohio State wide receivers. And I think Drake London's also a possibility. So
Also,
I knew that was
just
going to be
the Raiders will expectedly offer Tyrann Mathieu between $8.5 to $10 million a year. If he gets a $10 million contract for 2 years, I'm fine with that. So
yeah.
I don't want it to be too long of a contract. But no, continue with your team. The real question really is going to be also, can Logan Thomas stay healthy?
And I don't know if he's going to start this season either. He's probably going to be out for at least a few weeks. Could potentially be late October when he comes back.
I really think this might be the Eagles' year to win that division.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that, especially if they nail the draft.
Outside of that, I mean,
and then of course there's the Giants. The NFC East had a quiet offseason in general for the most part, though.
Yeah, I mean the Giants. I keep hearing that they're going to trade James Bradbury, but it hasn't happened. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really care what happens with them until he's traded.
Yeah, so, literally nothing.
NFL free agency is kind of gotten quiet.
Yeah, and the NFC East was completely
NFC West.
Yeah, let's go to that because that's probably a lot more interesting. Okay.
The Rams. They lost Von Miller. They lost Andrew Whitworth. They haven't gotten Odell back. They traded Robert Woods for a 6th rounder.
Probably due to the injury. And possibly contract.
I mean, outside of adding Allen Robinson, they haven't added. They got Bobby Wagner, but he's regressed. So, I mean, with their free agency, I'll give it about a B-, maybe C+. It hasn't been, to me, amazing, and I don't think they've gotten better. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think they've gotten better.
I'm not sure if they've really gotten that much worse either.
No, I don't think it's gotten worse.
Maybe
I mean, there was all this talk of Von going back, Odell, and if they lose out on Odell, I think that's a hit because who is their wide receiver 3?
Van Jefferson, most likely.
Again, and we don't know. If we don't know if Cooper Kupp's going to repeat what he did last year, we don't know that, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's $40 million a year, I think, was a little overpay, but we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah,
there was that. They probably win the NFC. They probably win the NFC West, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but there's stiffest competition.
Yeah, there's also the 49ers, who, if I want to make this clear, right? I believe Trey Lance if he plays any better than Jimmy G, they probably can win the NFC West. They were 1 quarter away, any type of Jimmy G better away from winning that division and then winning the conference. So,
yeah.
But I think Debo, again, they have a great offense. So we'll see.
Yeah, so 49ers, they'll definitely be the stiffest competition for the Rams. As long as they can stay healthy, that's the big if, though. And then Cardinals, well, I haven't heard anything about Kyler Murray ever since the outlandish demand, so either that was just a rumor or Kyler Murray just finally realized, oh, I'm not going to make this kind of money here. So, yeah. But, yeah, I really can't.
I think Kyler Murray, I don't think he's worth $50 million, but we'll see.
I don't think so either. But, yeah. I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised if many general managers and owners laughed at that. Because yeah, I wouldn't pay him 50. Like, what has he done? He's only made it to the playoffs once, and he got blown out. So yeah.
The Cardinals, they probably lost. They probably were a loser in free agency.
I don't feel like they really did anything in free agency either, though.
They lost Christian Kirk, but that wasn't terrible, I guess, because it's terrible because like who's gonna step up if they lose DeAndre Hopkins again?
True. Yeah.
AJ Green?
I'm guessing
AJ Green? You think AJ?
I don't even think he's resigned. I don't think
Oh.
he's even with the. No. That's the thing.
So leads us into our next conversation. The Cardinals. Who is your wide receiver 2? We're kind of clueless with this. We're kind of clueless because I don't think they have a depth chart yet for their wide receiver. They have like 2 guys, but
yeah, I can't even think of any other names aside from Rondell Moore or Andy Isabella. Those are the only guys I can think of that.
Antoine Wesley. Who?
That's not a Madden generated name.
Hey, you know what? They got Greg Dortch.
Hey, maybe he ends up just taking the lead by storm next year. I don't know. Who knows?
Rondell Moore. Wow.
Rondell Moore. Andy Isabella. Yeah.
Andre Barkelia.
Who is that? Okay. I don't know who that is.
You know what? I don't know half two of these receivers, so we'll see. They added Will Hernandez.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they added Kelvin Beachum. Who the fuck is that?
Wasn't that like he's an O lineman, right?
He's a tackle.
Yeah.
So. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I know his name. But yeah. All right, and then Cardinals hardly did anything, so I'm just gonna talk while he's getting something set up. I'm gonna segue into the Seahawks, and they obviously lost this offseason. I know there are a lot of people that are gonna say the Seahawks got 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a young tight end, a good defensive lineman, but they lost Russell Wilson. Like, oh my goodness, like it cannot be understated how much they will miss Russell Wilson, but they were able to at least get decent trade value for the Seahawks. Bobby Wagner, on the other hand, it's possible that was a true regression, but it's also possible that it was Bobby Wagner having to do more than he should have been doing. But you didn't even get a 7th round pick for him. Like, how do you? That's the thing. If Bobby Wagner didn't truly regress, and he actually has a great season with the Rams, you're really going to regret that. Not getting a pick for him and him dominating against you twice a year at the very least.
So apparently, right, they didn't even attempt to trade him.
That's even sadder. They could have gotten... Yeah.
They could have gotten like a 5th rounder.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what would have been better than worse?
What?
They didn't even let him know they were releasing him.
Yeah, I saw that. He didn't see it until he saw it on social media. So yeah.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah, considering what he's done for that team, much like Russell Wilson, at least Russell Wilson knew and had a say in where he was going to go. Bobby Wagner, crickets.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Depends on what they do in the draft. They might have like a C for a free agency, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of
I can't believe, like, what I can't believe is they don't even tell him. They're just like, yeah, we released you. Not even gonna tell you.
they didn't even tell him. He just found out about it.
I mean, like, he said he was
Yeah.
hurt by that. I'm like, well, why? After everything he's done for that franchise, he's just gonna be like, yeah, you're, gone, but not even gonna tell you about it. Like, what?
I'm pretty sure that had a big part in him signing with the Rams.
Well,
Yeah,
I really would have liked to see him and Fred Warner together.
that would have been cool. But no. I guess at least he'll have one of the best defensive linemen and one of the best corners, if not the best at each, with him as well.
Yeah.
So that'll still be dominant.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
NFC South.
Tom Brady unretired. That's all you need to know.
He has yet to get back Rob Gronkowski. So
That's true. We'll see.
Imagine-
Yeah, that'll probably.
because before Tom Brady came back, do you remember who Rob Gronkowski said he would like to play with?
Who? I
Joe
forgot.
Burrow.
Oh yeah, with the Bengals.
Imagine he went to the Bengals.
I think the Bengals would for sure be making it to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be an upgrade at tight end. You upgrade in the O-line department. Oh my, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And they already upgraded O-line. And so, yeah.
So Tampa Bay, they brought back everyone except they lost Alex Kappa, but they made an upgrade. They traded for Shaq Mason. So
Yep. And then Ollie Marpet retired too. I think that was more who he replaced, but yeah.
I mean, I would have liked to see when Tom Brady came back, like Ali Marpet come back and then trade for Shaq Mason. Like that O line would be so great.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Ollie Marpet will decide to retire just like Brady. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, man. If he does come back for 1 year with Shaq Mason and then offense, it's over, bro.
Yeah, and if they're possibly gonna make it to the NFC Championship if he does decide to unretire.
Yeah. Nothing really else to talk about with them. They brought everyone back really except Ronald Jones, so
yeah. They signed Russell Gage away from the Falcons, but that's it.
Yeah, they got better. They got better this free agency.
Yeah. And it helped that Tom Brady unretired, so yeah.
Saints, you guys get Michael Thomas back, but you might lose your running back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see. I haven't really heard too much on Alvin Kamara. Maybe he settled that already, and I just don't know that. But
yeah. And then they brought back Jameis Winston. Taysom Hill's probably gonna play tight end now.
Yep.
And then they signed Andy Dalton as well. So yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. You can give your thoughts on the Saints offseason and overall thoughts on the Bucs if you want to give any more thought about that. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, Bucs. I guess for my final analysis, it'll just be, well, they were able to get Tom Brady back. They did lose Bruce Arians as coach, but maybe Todd Bowles will do well. As for the Saints, well, I don't know. They don't feel like they got really any better. Like they did sign Marcus May to replace Marcus Williams, but I'm not sure how much of an upgrade that truly was. And then we got Jameis Winston back, which he did well when he was healthy. They got Andy Dalton as a backup, so at least if Jameis Winston isn't healthy the full season, they'll have a backup to fall back on. Yeah, just kind of fairly uneventful offseason for the Saints. And they were in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, though. They almost they were one of the finalists for him until Deshaun decided, you know what, I'm going to go to Cleveland. And yeah, just not really an eventful offseason for the Saints, but I didn't really expect it to be considering they had major cap issues initially. So that was that. I'm going to segue into the Falcons offseason right now. They lost Russell Gage. They traded away Matt Ryan for a third-round pick. They brought back Cordero Patterson. They lost their linebacker, although he did sign for $15 million a year. So I really don't think they had a major loss in him. But yeah, Falcons, like much of the NFC South and the NFC East in general, not a very eventful offseason. Falcons feel like they got worse. Oh, yeah, and they signed Marcus Mariota to be quarterback, but I don't think he's an upgrade over Matt Ryan, funny enough. But he does reunite with Arthur Smith, so maybe there will be something there. And I guess we'll go to the Panthers, who were also in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, and then Deshaun Watson spurned them, so yeah. And then they re-signed DJ Moore to a long-term contract, so at least Ron Rivera won't be trading for him. Like, he's a great wide receiver, don't get me wrong, but he's bringing in too many former Panthers. But yeah, Panthers, yeah, I don't know. They didn't really do a whole lot this offseason either. But yeah. So I just kind of glossed over the NFC South because there weren't really any moves made in the NFC South. So we want to just gloss over it and.
Like I said, I think that's the Bucs division.
Yeah.
And so, what I've got a real question about was like, who do I think is going to come out the AFC West? I'm not going to answer that until after the draft. When I get a clear view of every team's roster, I think that to me is like the one division you cannot answer to say, oh, I believe this team will win it like really easily. Like there's no team that can easily win that division. So
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers, they finally got an O-liner, as far as I know. So we'll see. Excuse me. What's that? Oops.
Other than that, yeah, NFC South hardly did anything. But
Wait a minute. What did Bobby Wagner said on his Instagram? I want to start out by saying thank you to Seattle for embracing with the dream of playing in the NFL, though it didn't end in a positive way. I still love Seattle. Will never change. Seattle is truly a place I call home, and the love I felt throughout the city is a feeling I will always remember. Yeah, I don't think Seattle's team felt the same way because the way they went out with you was horrible.
Yeah.
I think like all Seattle fans hate that.
yeah, they were angry about that. I should know. I live in the state. But yeah. All right. Well, NFC North, and then that's it.
Yeah. Oop. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, the NFC. You said
NFC North because we already took care of the South.
Yeah, the South. North. The Green
Packers,
Bay.
yeah.
Traded Devontae Adams. They got 2 first-round picks.
No, they got a first and a second.
Well, they have 22 and 28. They have one first and our first. 22 and 28 now.
Mm-hmm. Well, you meant in general. Okay. Yeah, they do have 2 first-round picks, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have 2 second-round picks, if I'm not mistaken. So at least 1, maybe 2 of those should go for wide receiver. That's
yeah. I thought maybe they would get Jarvis Landry, and I don't think that would be a bad move at all.
As long as he's a wide receiver 2 or 3, that'll be okay. They still need a wide receiver 1 though.
I mean, I don't even think him as a wide receiver 1 with Aaron Rodgers would be bad. You think about it, he has never had a great quarterback. imagine him with Aaron Rodgers, and then maybe pair him up with like I would even like I don't know whoever, right? Pair him up with another receiver. That's good.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot from the Packers. Really.
They did lose.
All right, they lost to Jerry Smith as well.
Oh yeah, they lost into a divisional rival, didn't they? Or
Well, initially it was going to be the Ravens, but then he backed out and signed with the Vikings. So yeah. So yeah, there was a few twists and turns, but he ended up signing with the division rival. And funny enough, that's where we'd end up going next. The Vikings, which they got Darius Smith. They extended Kirk Cousins for another year. That was probably for cap reasons, but I'm thinking his time is over soon. Unless he can do well with Kevin O'Connell at coach, but I think Kevin O'Connell is probably going to move on from him after this season, most likely. Yeah, not a whole lot. And then the Bears, let's see, they lost their best guard. They lost their best receiver. They lost their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. The NFC was pretty quiet in the offseason for the most part, to be perfectly honest with you. And then I guess the Lions, well, they did sign DJ Chark. Yeah. It was a reasonable 1-year prove-it deal, so that was good for them.
They got the Hard Knocks.
And yeah, they're going to be on Hard Knocks, and they're going to have the draft. They're going to host the draft in 2024.
I think they have a really.
Wait, was this the draft or was it the Super Bowl? I can't remember.
No, 2024 draft.
Okay, I was right then.
Yeah. Don't the Raiders host the next draft? Not this year's, but this year's, right?
I think it's this year's.
Yeah, this year. Yeah, no. We should do we might have to do a draft watch. Right? If you want to do a live stream during the draft first round, we can do that.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. I just don't know who I'm going to do it with, so we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see.
Let me know because we can do that on our YouTube and see how that happens. I don't even know how we're doing our videos anymore. I haven't really looked as much as I used to, but let me look.
No, that's all good.
We're at 100. Yeah. Wow, we went to 156 subscribers.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, NFC. I guess I could sum up free agency like this: the AFC loaded up for the most part. The NFC was mostly quiet. So that's basically how I see it. And I feel the AFC is now the strong division. The NFC is kind of just there now. Like there's maybe a few contenders like in the Rams, 49ers, Buccaneers, and that's pretty much all I see as the true contenders.
Yeah. 1 second here. I completely forgot with my new Instagram to what's that here? To put my link up on my story at times. Wait, because I don't know. My stories already hitting 200 views.
Nice.
Damn it! What's your Instagram? Eric. I just searched up Eric Darian. Shit. At Eric Darian. Yeah. So I added you to it. But that's today's video. I don't know exactly when the next video will be, but I will see you guys then. Eric will stay in communication about this draft party for round 1. I don't even know when that is, to be honest. When is that? Is that next month?
Next month. Yeah.
What's that? Let me see what I can figure that out right now. Isn't it April 23rd? Shit.
It's whenever the last Thursday of the of April is, that's when the draft is.
It's Thursday, April 28th. Okay, yeah. 28, 29, 30th.
Nope.
Well, I will see you then next week, possibly. We'll figure out when the video is good enough. See you guys then.
Peace out.